All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Buccaneers rookie center Graham Barton in his debut, his first game as a starting center for the Bucs. And Barton, it was a mixed performance, but all in all, a solid job by this rookie. He's got a very bright future. Nice pickup by Tampa Bay. We've got a great set of cut-ups to highlight everything he'll bring to this offense. As always, if you appreciate this content, give us a like, give us any comments with any feedback you might have. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with a running play, and there's Graham Barton, of course, right there at the center position. This is going to be a standard inside zone concept here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to get the right tackle working to base and reach this defensive end right here. We're going to get kind of a zone double team with this right guard, giving some help on this two-eye technique. Call him a two-eye because he's on the inside eye of the guard right there before working up to the next level. Graham Barton's going to work to take over this two-eye technique. We're going to get tight scoops on the backside, working up to the backside linebacker. We're going to get wide scoop there from the left tackle, trying to cut off that defensive tackle, and then backside scoop, wide scoop technique there from the tight end. And again, it's going to be an inside zone scheme. Running back's going to take this path and then try and get north and south wherever he can. Folks, I want you to watch Graham Barton on this play. Not the prettiest rep in the world, but he gets it done with good, solid technique, high level of effort. Really excited about his future. Let's check it out. All right, there's the snap. We can see the zone double team right there between Barton and the right guard. Guard's looking to come off on that linebacker. We can see the right tackle base blocking that defensive end. We can see the backside scoops here between the left guard and left tackle working to cut off that defensive tackle. We can see the tight end doing a wide scoop technique to try and cut off that defensive end. Left guard, not great, doesn't get to that linebacker in time. But folks, watch Graham Barton here. He knows his responsibility is to take over and basically reach this two-eye technique. Does a great job getting flat, squares him up right there, really nice. But see how he keeps working. So right there, he understands he needs to keep working to reach him. He does right there. But at this point right here, this is what I really love. Most offensive linemen at this point, they kind of give up. Barton keeps fighting, and doesn't let that defensive tackle make the play. Basically, one man creates this hole here because right here, he stays with him. Right there, stays on the entire way, allows the running back to squirt through with a positive gain, 5-yard run in the red zone. That's winning football, and it's all on Graham Barton right here.
Yeah, making Barton, this is a good play. And early we talked about it. Not necessarily a spectacular performance in this game from him, but it was good enough. And I think this is the point to address something that he could work on. And I think his run blocking was one of his points where he could really work on. He was really solid all preseason. This is a guy who averaged an 82.5 run blocking grade this preseason. Did a really great job. A little bit of a dip here, 49 run blocking grade for him in this game. I think pregame jitters, first big time game in the NFL, something he needs to shore up. And I think we see a little better performance from him, better performance from the Buccaneers overall.
All right, let's switch it up and go with the pass protection. There's Barton, of course, right there in the middle of your screen at the center position. This is a 3rd and long situation. So obviously the Washington Commanders, they get in their pass rush mode. We're going to see the Buccaneers offensive line. They slide their protection to the right here between the center. Barton taking that gap, the right guard taking that gap, right tackle taking that gap. And we're basically going to get one-on-one here on the backside between the left guard and that walk-up linebacker and the left tackle and that stand-up defensive end. This is going to be a really smart play by Graham Barton because what the Washington Commanders end up doing here defensively, they end up slanting and stunting both of these guys this way and bringing this edge guy all the way around right here, right? The whole point of this play right here is they're assuming this rookie, he's going to get caught in the trash, and this guy's going to come up here and kill Baker Mayfield. Graham Barton, again, not the prettiest rep, but he does a nice job recognizing and reacting. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see the center, right guard, right tackle, all look the gap to the right there. Graham Barton gets on 93 slants away. He sees that defensive end right there come all the way around. You can see him right here. Watch him loop all the way around. Barton sees him at the last second, comes off, and right here, gets just enough of him, drives him past the quarterback all the way on the left side of the pocket. Nicely done. Again, not pretty. PFF, they're not going to give this a great grade, right? Technique's not perfect. He kind of just gets his shoulder into him. He ends up falling flat on his face when it's all said and done. But you talk about effective. Guy comes around the edge, gets blown way out of the way past the quarterback, and it results in a touchdown. Look, he's a rookie, right? It's not always going to be pretty. First NFL game. But in terms of getting the job done, Graham Barton executed at a high level. Let's look at it from the wide copy right here. Watch Graham Barton. He recognizes that defensive end looping around and drives him completely out of the picture. Right here, this defensive end thinks he can turn the corner and get in Baker Mayfield's face. Barton recognizes him, drives him well past the quarterback. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. All right, folks, time for my favorite play design the entire week 1 slate of games. This is a wham bam concept. This is really great stuff. So how this is going to work, we're going to get the right tackle working out this way. We're going to get the tight end pulling this way. We're going to get the left guard right guard, excuse me, pulling on this defensive tackle. Barton's going to work up to the linebacker right here. We're going to get this left tackle working up to that linebacker, and this left guard's going to pull this way and block this guy. And it's a lot of motion, a lot of stuff going on. And basically what's trying to happen here is the running back's going to take this path just like this and then bounce just like this. Now, look, 9 times out of 10, if the running back just took this natural path right here, this linebacker would flow over the top and make the tackle. One of the ways you can prevent that linebacker from flowing is pulling offensive linemen this way, right? It freezes this linebacker, allows the center, Graham Barton, to get up to him. It's a really nice play design. You almost never see this in the regular season. The Bucs do a great job of it. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see the tight end pulling to that defensive tackle, right guard pulling to the other defensive tackle. You can see the left guard over here, number 68, pulling to the defensive end, left tackle working up to the linebacker. You can see the right tackle working up to the defensive end on the right side right here. You can see Graham Barton taking a track right here to get up to the linebacker, gets on him, seals him off to that side. Receiver inserts, running back's gone for a huge play. Folks, this is the wham bam concept executed perfectly. This is awesome up front. This is a great job. It's going to be kind of a weird play. There's a lot of misdirection. You're trying to get defenders basically condensed down inside because they see all this pulling action. You got to get just enough hats on hats at the right time, and the Bucs do it. And the underrated block is Graham Barton, right? This is one of those plays where if you're Barton, you can't go too flat, too horizontal, because then the linebacker will cut underneath you. You can't go too vertical because then it'll flow over the top. You got to take a smart angle. You got to stay patient, throttle it down. Exactly what he does. Stays on him, doesn't hold. By that point, running back's gone. Big play, great execution by the Bucs offense here. All right, going the other way now, there's Barton, of course, right there in the middle of your screen at the center position. This is going to be just a standard inside zone concept here with some window dressing. They're going to get number 15 coming in motion that way behind the quarterback. But across the front on the offensive line, standard zone concepts. Everyone's taking the gap to the right just like this. We're going to get backside cutoffs. This is a really tough situation here for the Buccaneers offensive line because this is one of those deals where the defense guesses perfectly. So Barton in this situation, he's trying to reach this 2-eye technique. So he's got to get really flat to reach him, obviously. But what the Commanders call is a stunt. They slant the defensive line to the right. So this guy, this defensive tackle, is actually slanting right where Graham Barton is right now. 9 times out of 10 when that happens and you're trying to reach him, you get way out here too early. This guy goes inside and blows up the play for a huge loss. Graham Barton shows off his athleticism here. Make sure that doesn't happen. Let's check it out. All right, there's the motion. There's the snap. You can see number 98 jumping inside right there for Washington. You can see everyone up front for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking that zone step to their right, the left side of your screen. And right here, when I saw this the first time, I'm like, 98, tackle for loss, Graham Barton's dead. But great reaction, drives him upfield, seals him off. Big run there. Again, Bucky Irving, really like you to make one man miss right there. Can't quite do it. Would have been a huge run. But I tell you what, up front, this is really well executed. Right guard, nice job picking up the linebacker right there. Good work. Right tackle on defensive end, solid job. But the key block at the point of attack, right here, Graham Barton. Right here, recognizing and reacting. The slant's coming, picks him up, shields him off. Huge hole for the running back. Nice play for the offense.
Yeah, Nick, and when you see Barton get into this situation, you see the defensive lineman get past him just a little bit. He does a great job of keeping his block. But one thing that can really kill a drive is penalties, and that's something that Barton has been really great at so far. 0 penalties through all 3 preseason games. 0 penalties in this game versus the Commanders as well. Playing really clean football, and that's what you need from a young rookie. Play smart, play clean, don't shoot yourself in the foot, and keep this team going forward. That's why I think the Bucs are looking so impressive this season.
All right, going with the pass protection, there is Graham Barton right there in the middle of your screen, of course. You can see the Washington Commanders have a bunch of people at the line of scrimmage, folks. If you count them all, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there are only 6 blockers here when you count the running back. So the Commanders here have numbers. So what they do, this is kind of a Dan Quinn staple here, new head coach of the Washington Commanders, are trying to create confusion. Basically what they end up doing is they end up dropping a few guys in coverage, and they're just trying to create an overload here. So this guy's actually going to go this way. This defensive tackle is going to go this way, defensive end going this way, and this guy's going to come off the edge just like that. The whole point here is you have this guy right here. Normally that's Graham Barton's responsibility. When he flies across the face, he actually then has to pick up the replacement, the guy coming this way. Most centers, young and veteran alike, when they see this linebacker come this way across their face, they stay with him. This guy loops around and kills the quarterback. Graham Barton does a nice job, smart play here. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see 2 guys dropping in coverage. You can see the overload on the left side of the Bucs offensive line. You can see this linebacker. He goes all the way over to the right guard right there at the very beginning right there. The running back, actually, Bucky Irving, actually steps up and picks him up. Nice job. Because remember, in this situation, Irving's got this A gap right here, this A gap to the right of the center. Barton's got to handle this A gap to the left. And right here, when I watched this the first time, I'm like, Is Barton going to miss the defensive tackle flying in his gap? He doesn't. Right there, he sees what's going on, and he picks him up and stays with him. Nice work. Completion, first down, big third down conversion. Again, is it pretty? Absolutely not. Right here, he almost loses him, right? He looks away. He only has one arm on him right there. It looks like he may get beat, but he stays with it, keeps working. Again, is that great technique, that kind of hug right there? No, of course not. But is it getting the job done? Yes, it is. And that's what the Bucs have in Graham Barton. And as a rookie, that's what you need. As a center, a key position, looking to replace the great Ryan Jensen, that's what you need. Someone who will scrap, someone who will fight, someone who is smart, someone who can just figure out a way to get it done. And that's who the Bucs have in Barton. Let's take a look at it from the wide copy. You can see him right there. Initially, he really wants to stay with that linebacker, but I tell you what, he recognizes and reacts. He feels that defensive tackle come, and he stays on him long enough to allow Baker Mayfield to scramble. Again, because right here, at this point right here, Baker Mayfield, he should get rid of the football, but he doesn't have anybody open, so he tries to scramble a little bit. Barton stays on that defensive tackle, allows Baker Mayfield to step up and get the first down. All right, how about some old school power football? There's Barton right there at the center position. Of course, this is going to be what is commonly referred to as a duo concept, double teams inside, right tackle, right guard working up to the linebacker here. You've got center, left guard working up to the linebacker number 4 there, left tackle, base block out. We've got the tight end base blocking out. We got the receiver inserting to pick up this defensive back right here. And it's just old school power football. Running back's going to take this track and look for a hole. It's either going to be right up this hash or right this direction right here. And again, the key blocks here is this double team. They've got to get hats on hats, get movement, and most importantly, they got to get up to this linebacker here. A lot of it, you can tell by alignment here, this defensive tackle, he's a 2-eye technique inside. Most likely that means the guard's going to take him over. It means right here, Barton's got to give some help, secure him, stay square, be patient, and then come off with good timing on the linebacker. Let's check out how he does. All right, there's a snap. You can see the double team right there, center, left guard. You can see right guard, right tackle, tight end working out, tackle working out, receiver inserting right there. Again, good old school power football right there. I love how square Graham Barton is. He's got decent pad level. You see how his shoulder pad is underneath number 93's. Gets a little lift right there. His buddy, the left guard, kind of falls down. That's not ideal, but he keeps his head on a swivel the entire time because this linebacker right here, he's taught. He sees this green grass when he sees center, go to the right side of your screen. When he sees the right guard right there, go to the left direction. He sees this hole open up. He's taught to fill it. Graham Barton then comes off in time to hit him right there, allows the running back to cut off his block for a really productive run. This is 100% Graham Barton right here because the left guard doesn't do him too many favors falling down. Now, look, he fights with it. He stays with it just enough to hold off number 93. But I tell you what, Graham Barton, technically, this is perfect. Good pad level, feet square, good timing on the come off, gets on the linebacker. Nice rep from the rookie. All right, let's take a look at it from the wide copy. You'll get good review of this double teamer here. Watch Barton get into him right there. They get decent movement right there. Left guard kind of falls down. But the moment this linebacker fills, Barton comes off, sticks him right there. There's that hole opening up. Running back takes it, and it's all on Graham Barton right here. Again, look at this movement at the point of attack. Guard hits him. Barton lifts him up, gets about 1.5 yards of movement, then comes off on the linebacker. Nice work for the rookie right here. But how about some athleticism for the rookie Graham Barton right there at the center position? This is going to be a cool design here from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to bring this receiver in motion right there. They're going to fake the handoff there, and then they're actually going to pitch it right here to the running back going off the edge right there on the right side of your screen. Let's watch Graham Barton. He's got to take a path up here. He actually has to cut off this linebacker here. That's his responsibility. Now, look, obviously, realistically, that doesn't make any sense, right? You can see how far away number 54 is from Graham Barton. That's why you bring this motion right here. You force this linebacker to fill this way to give your center a chance. It still requires a lot of athleticism. Let's check it out. There's the motion. Linebacker goes inside. Barton cuts him off, keeps working, shields him. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is great technique. Watch right here how flat Barton gets. See how he goes literally off the heels of this defensive tackle? That's what they're taught you to do. Get flat, work horizontal, and then square him up and reach him. Keep working inside. And then here's kind of the nice little savvy move he makes there at the end. So right there, they're kind of even. His hands are inside. You see how he kind of twists him and torques him there at the very end just to throw him inside of him? That's a savvy move right there. Anyone who knows offensive play, a line play knows that one right there. Because you got him right there. You're worried about him coming off over the top. What you do is you kind of yank him a little bit. Even though it's technically holding, the refs don't see it. You twist him inside, and he's completely negated out of the play. This is a really, really, really good job by Graham Barton. Again, not perfect in the run blocking game by far, but he showed a really versatile skill set in his first game, and I think the Buccaneers are really glad they have him as their starting center.
Yeah, Nick, and this isn't exactly a pass, but it's kind of reminiscent of a screen. So it brings up one point that I wanted to talk about is he's done a great job in pass blocking. We talked about he can work on the run blocking game. We've seen things he's done really well as well. But his pass blocking grades been pretty good, a solid 63.6 grade in this game. But the thing I really want to talk about, zero pressure, zero sacks throughout all of preseason, all of this first game versus the Commanders. Done a really admirable job in the pass blocking game. So one thing you work on, run blocking a little bit, but we've seen a lot of great flashes from him. One thing he's continued to do well and needs to continue to do is the pass blocking game.
All right, talking about screens, talking about pass blocking, there's Graham Barton right there in the middle of the screen. This is my favorite play from the entire day from Graham Barton, right? This is all about effort and intensity. So this is going to be a screen here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield's going to drop, running back's going to leak out in the flat. Typical screenplay stuff. Graham Barton's going to set and then kind of run out here and try and get on the edge defender, whether it's a safety or a linebacker, whoever's out in space. This, by design, by structure, should have been a kill shot for the Bucs defense. They actually play this really well. But Graham Barton, based 100% on intelligence and effort, saves the day. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see Graham Barton release it to screen. Let me go forward a little bit more. And right there, this play's dead. It's going to be a big-time loss, which really stinks, right? You're in the red zone. You're at the 10-yard line, right? You're in a great position to score a touchdown. And you're about to, when it's all said and done, running back turns upfield. He's about to take like a 5 or 6 yard loss. But watch Graham Barton. Watch this effort. Watch this speed. He recognizes and clips him just enough, allows the running back to turn this into a 4 or 5 yard gain. Little things, right? Intelligence, speed, effort. Things like that don't show up for a PFF grade, but we see it all game long with Graham Barton. It's his willingness to understand, react, and give up his body and just play with reckless abandon. He doesn't care what his PFF grade is. He just wants to win. He's just a competitor, and he doesn't care. He's got to outrun everybody to the spot. He beats this safety to the spot, gets just enough on him to allow the running back to turn what should have been a 5 yard loss into what, about a 4 or 5 yard gain. This is one of the better plays you'll see all week one. I love this kind of stuff. This is winning football. This is right here. 9 times out of 10, most centers, most offensive linemen in the NFL, they turn and they kind of block this linebacker, or maybe they go up to the next level. They don't recognize that there's a DB out here that they got to pick up. And even if they do, they're like, there's no way I can get to him. I just got to turn around and pick up somebody. And it ends up being a 5 yard loss. We all see this every Sunday. Not Graham Barton. He wants to make the play. He's that big of a competitor, and he gets it done. Nice work here from Graham Barton. He's got a bright future in this Bucs offense. Again, you can really see this from the wide copy. Watch Graham Barton get out in space. Right here, there is no way, no chance he should be able to make this block, and he just does. Again, this is a kill shot. This is a 4 or 5 yard loss. This turns this red zone trip into a dud. Graham Barton turns it into a positive play. Little things like this lead to victories, lead to touchdowns, lead to division titles, lead to playoff runs. Graham Barton was a perfect pickup, great draft pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.